So the final topic of the day. I don't know if you know this, but October 12th is a very popular date. I don't know why, but it is. According to The Knot, they released a recent report. That's a wedding website. What they said was that amongst the fall wedding season, the most popular wedding date is October 12th. And that started a Twitter firestorm. And you say, why did it do that? Well, college football Twitter got a hold of it, and they saw the date. October 12th is probably the most loaded day in college football. If all of these teams were to stay at the level they're at, the rankings they're at, or even better than the rankings they're at, probably a lot of them would be better rankings than where they're at. These matchups would be devastating to miss because you go to someone's wedding. Here are the big ones. Like, there's four games that really leap out at me. There's also Florida and Tennessee play this weekend. But on this weekend, Red River rivalry, Oklahoma versus Texas. Ohio State goes to Eugene in the first ever matchup with these two in the Big Ten as conference foes. Ole Miss goes to Death Valley at night to play LSU. And for the first time in conference, Penn State goes to LA to take on USC. And you could miss all of that because your friends decided to get married on that date. I saw some dude on Twitter say he had to move his own wedding. He's like, I have to miss my own wedding. You have to, because if the stars align, this could be the biggest weekend in college football. It already is the biggest weekend, but if you were to say it's number 2 and number 3, number 2 Ohio State, number 3 Oregon, number 4 Texas versus number 10 Oklahoma, or number 7, whatever it may be. But if you had to miss that, all I'm saying is whoever's getting married, you need to do what you got to do and make an arrangement where you add in extra TVs and you get some extra servers or extra cable boxes or whatever you got to do to hook up these TVs, because you cannot expect these people to miss this date. It is the biggest, most important game of the season, or most important date of the season. I'm so flabbergasted. This is, I'll be 100% with you guys, because I always am. This is why I told my wife when we were getting married, I said, I don't care I don't care where we get married. I don't care what time. It's just as long as I can be with you. However, we will not get married in the fall. I will not get married during Husker football season. That was a rule. I had a friend that planned a destination wedding in Mexico based on a bye week. That's what you do. You find the weeks, and maybe they did. Maybe some people planned because their team wasn't playing that week. But sometimes you got to think broader picture, people. You have got to think outside of yourselves and think of the impact of these 4 games they will have on college football and the sports world. Not just maybe even human. Not just the sports world, maybe even the human world, maybe even our world, reality, people. This is a life-changing date, and you're going to get married? How dare you? And don't be upset when people aren't paying attention and they're looking at their phones, watching these games on their phones. This is your fault. You did this because you got married on this date. Find a bye week. Find a week that has, there are weeks that have, no games, and get married on those weeks. Unbelievable. Well,